something that I noticed when talking to people and even just listening to others have conversations is I see a lot of people don't really have a vision for their life. Something that I read years ago said more people, or most people, plan vacations, what they're going to wear, where they're going to eat, who they're going to hang out with, activities. They do that more than they sit down and actually plan out what they want their life to look like. I'm not just talking about budgets or health things, but I'm talking about the entire thing. If you wake up tomorrow, what would your ideal life look like? People don't really sit down and think about that. And this video, I want to help just give some steps that will help people to be able to start putting that together, because it's never too late. If you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s, you still got time. People are living longer, and we're at different times, so it's going to be more opportunities to get to where you want to be and do the things that you want to do. So the first step in this process is understanding what it is that you want. And this is where creating a vision or just having goals comes into play, because when you have a vision, your life becomes easier. And this is because whatever you decide to do is either going to get you closer to the thing you want or further away. So now every time you decide to do something, does it get you closer to your vision or your goal, or does it take you a step back? Boom, you get there faster. And one of the tools that I use is called the Wheel of Life. And it breaks your life apart into 9 different areas. And it helps you to look at each area of your life to see, where you were rated on a scale of unsatisfactory all the way to this is awesome and I don't want to change anything. So that's one tool. Now there's other ones, but I use that one because it kind of helps in a more simplified way. The second step is, after you get your vision together that you want, you prioritize. And you go and you look at all the things that need to get done, that should get done, that you want to get done, and then there's those things that really don't matter. And what I find is that a lot of people get stuck in the things that really don't matter and think that they're doing something, but they're really not. It's just stuff that is taking a lot of your time and it's meaningless. And what I've seen is too often people figure that out too late, like, I spent way too much time doing these things that didn't matter and not enough time doing the other things. So you got your vision together, you got your priorities, and the third step is to create a plan. So now you take your priorities, you put a plan, get a piece of paper, use your computer, your phone, and you put a plan together. How are you going to reach those goals? What things do you need to do? When do you need to do them? And you put that together. And this plan is going to be great because it's going to help a lot of people reduce stress, because if you know the things that got to be done, that's only going to get done, then you'll be able to say, I don't have to worry about these things that are not important, and I can focus on what really matters. The other thing with the plan is it helps with stress, because if something comes up, you already know what's supposed to happen, and you can make adjustments a lot easier, which is the fourth step, is being flexible, because things aren't going to always go the way we want. We have our goals, we have our vision, and the truth is your goals should be the same. However, your plans might change. But as long as you're still striving for that goal that you're looking for. All right. Now, the next step after that, the fifth step, is setting deadlines. Because now, if you want to lose 30 pounds, well, when? I want to lose 30 pounds in 6 months. I want to save $2,000 in a year, or I want to improve my cardiovascular intake, whatever your goal is. You want to put some time limits on it so that you can really focus on, because what you don't want to do is have a particular goal that could be done in a relatively short time, and then it just takes forever. However, you also want to make sure that you are setting expectations, because you don't want to set a goal that should be considered a long-term goal and then try to do it as fast as possible, and you don't even know how to get that done. So it sets you up for failure. So, you want to have short-term goals, medium range, short-term, month or two, medium, I would say like 6 to 12, and then you got your 3 and 5 and 10 and all that. So you want to have your goals set up accordingly based off of the things that you set in your vision. The next one I think is really important is the boundaries, because people have a problem saying no. And if something is important to you and you can't say no to other people, then you're saying no to yourself. And how does that make you feel if you're not doing the thing for you that you said you wanted to do for yourself, because you're doing it for other people? And I know it seems kind of weird because you don't want people to not like you or say something, but to be honest, if you don't take care of you, who will? So you gotta learn to say no. You gotta set boundaries. And that's even setting boundaries for yourself. So if it's the option of working out for an hour or watching TV for an hour, well, you need to work out. And really, you can say, if I have the TV in the room, I can walk on the treadmill while I look at TV. Or I could do 200 push-ups while the show is going on. There's ways around being able to incorporate the things that you would like to do with the things you need to do. Got to be really smart about it. All right, and the last step is to remember that it's progress over perfection. So we're not going to be perfect every time. So don't kill yourself over that. If you say something like, I want to do this thing 5 days a week, and you only did it 3 times this week, it's not a big deal. You did it though. You did it 3 times. Next week, just, hey, I'm gonna try to do it 4, and then you do 4, then you add it, then you add it. So, it's all about progress. Don't beat yourself up if it's not going the way you hoped it goes, because you understand, we're building new habits and routines, so it's gonna take some time to really get in that groove. But as long as you're actually making progress, be happy with yourself. So those are the steps, those 6 steps, and just remember, take your time and sit down and look at it. And then, this is where kids come in and play, right? When we're little, we daydream and fantasize all the time. But by the time we become adults, all of that's gone. So this here is going to be your reintroduction to imagination for a lot of people. So sit down and imagine, if I woke up tomorrow and I had the perfect life that would make me extremely happy, what does that look like? Boom. Start there, and then we got to work all the way back down and reverse engineer to get to where you need to do the certain things to get there. So I hope you got some value out of this video.